Hello. I promised that I would send you or give you a quick rundown of my talk I gave at the BritMums Live conference for 2014. So here it is. First thing we need to think of is what's special about your blog. Now, I originally called this niche. That's a bit boring. So we're going to think about, why do you actually blog in the first place? And therefore, you must also think, when you've worked out the reason for your blogging and the purpose and the function of your blog, what kind of blog do you actually have? Is it a blog for conversation? Is it a blog for education? Is it a blog to have an opinion, or to be controversial, or to share stuff, or to make a community, or to showcase your expertise? All these things are important. You've also got to be aware of the kind of subject that you're talking about. And is that subject going to be actually applicable to the readers you're trying to attract? And how much do you know about that particular subject? Do you have to go and find some more information, which is not a bad thing, or do you know enough already that you can just talk away happily and, well, obviously, to make your blog really interesting? What you're writing, is it what your readers actually want to read? I mean, you could be writing away and everybody thinks it's really boring. You don't want that to happen. You've got to think and do some research to actually, is your blog going to be read by people because they actually want to listen and read to what you want to say? And remember, when you create a blog, it's something you must do on a consistent level. You don't just do it once or twice and then leave it alone. Your blog is never going to become successful unless you actually make the effort to do some more writing on a regular basis. In fact, a consistency is probably better than frequency. If you've got something worth writing, write it. If you haven't, then wait till you do. And remember, blogging is all about communication with your readers. It's not about selling. If you want to write a selling blog, that's something completely different. Now, what's so special about you? Actually, that's not a silly question, because a blog that's successful has a successful person behind it. So you've obviously got to create yourself a brilliant about page. And the about page isn't necessarily going on about yourself, but how you can help your readers, how you will be writing stuff that will benefit your readers. So a brilliant about page, and of course a contact page, because if your readers like what you say and want to make contact, they've got to be able to find out how. So you've also got to be aware within your communications to your readers what actually makes you different as an author. Why should they be bothered to reading your blog? What makes you so special that they should be concentrating on you and not any other blog that happens to be of the same subject? So that concerns, what do you know that all the other people don't, or the other people who blog in your subject don't know? Or if you do know the same stuff, how do you make it different from how they are writing it and telling their messages? What stories do you have to tell? Don't believe it or not, blogging is all about stories. It's about conversations. It's about how people communicate with anybody else. So make them interesting. Draw on your experience. Work on what you've done in your past life. Telling stories is great. Everybody loves stories. Ever since you were a small child, you love stories. So, and also work on your particular writing style. Make it entertaining, exciting, easy to read. And if you do mention other people within your site, remember to be aware of their, protecting them, making them anonymous so that they don't become, you don't expose them to any unsuitable attention that they might not want. Now, what's special about your readers? Actually, if you don't know who your reader is, don't bother having a blog, because that is actually where a lot of blogs don't do very well. They don't know who their ideal reader is. So you need to sit down and work really hard on thinking who they are and what do they want to know and what can you tell them, and is it going to be all worthwhile, and how do they think and what do they expect, and can you give it to them, and how are you going to communicate to them, and are you going to actually write directly to them? Are you going to converse with them? What information can you give them? What is it that will make their lives better? When you're writing stuff, it's always worthwhile considering what's in it for them. Because are they going to gain, are they going to benefit from the information you give them in your post? Even if it's just a simple conversational blog and you're telling them about what's happening, there's always got to be some sort of structure behind it so that it's worthwhile you doing the blog in the first place. So how are you going to engage with your readers? Is that going to be through conversational styles, or is that going to be through other media like social media? And when you do make contact with your readers, are you going to ask them for comments? Are you going to get feedback from them? Are you going to get responses that will help you to make a much better blog so that you can provide kind of post that they want to read? So, what have you got to say? What kind of blog have you actually got? Again, you go back to the concept whether it's a conversational blog, opinionated blog, observational blog, controversial blog, educational blog, all that sort of thing. So, and again, you've got to think, what special information can you provide that makes that blog special, that makes that blog different, that makes that blog worthwhile? Do you actually, well, it's worthwhile actually going to look at other people's blogs so that are you doing the same things as other blogs so you can make your blog slightly different, more interesting, a different slant, a different way of explaining things, put your own personality into it? And again, what can you give your readers that is of value? Remember what's in it for them. What can they benefit from it so they're actually going to make it worthwhile for them to come along and find you. Consistency is always better than frequency, as I mentioned before. And when you communicate to maintain the interest levels, think about providing posts with something else like pictures or a video or a podcast or a SlideShare presentation or infographic or a interview or anything. Just make it a little bit more different. And of course, what do you want your readers to do? Do you want them to comment? Do you want them to share your posts? Do you want them to read your stuff and then tell everybody about it and then go away and write their own stuff? Remember to put a call to action at the bottom of your posts so that your readers know exactly what you want them to do. How do you get new readers? Well, first of all, you've got to write brilliant posts or they won't bother coming back. It's not worth writing rubbish. There's nobody who wants to read it. Are you on social media? Do you have share buttons to enable people, your readers, to share your posts on their social media profiles? Great way of getting your post in front of new people. So will you promote your posts on social media or elsewhere? If you do, how are you going to engage with the readers? Are you going to have conversations with them? Are you going to communicate with them? Are you going to say nice things to them that they're going to then look at you and think, oh, she's worthwhile, and then come back and find out about more you do and read your blog and make more comments? Will you do the same to other blogs? Will you read and comment on other blogs so that to show it's almost like givers gain. If you don't give to other people, they will therefore won't give to you. This also includes having a blog roll, a list of other very exciting, interesting, particularly important blogs that you would like to recommend to anybody else. Are they blogs you already read? Are they blogs that you follow and regularly comment on? Are there blogs in a similar niche that you would like your readers to also read and don't mind people reading them? And or are they blogs that you would admire, like the really big blogs that happen to be around? So, and also don't forget to ask for comments at the bottom of each post. Again, that's another way of getting new readers and to also know who it is that actually reads your posts. So you can communicate with them by responding to their comments and also going back to their blogs to leave comments on them. Now, how to encourage more feedback. Again, this is all about being interactive and engaging with not just your readers, but other people too. First of all, you've got to think, how easy is it for your readers to leave a comment at the bottom of your post? Is the comment box really obvious to find, locate, also to use? Are there loads of capture systems that put them off? It's also, do you actually make it easy for them, like to tell them to comment, give them a reason to comment? Don't make your blog posts so complete and so perfect that they don't feel they can't comment at all. Are you reading another commenting on other blogs because they will come back and do the same to you? And what are you learning from them that you can then use that information in your own posts to educate your own readers? Sometimes it's worthwhile reading other people's posts so that you can then regurgitate them, rewrite them, put them in your own slant, in your own words, in your own thoughts, to make your posts more interesting, to convey that message to somebody else. How you go in conversations with your readers isn't necessarily on your own blog, but also on social media. Again, this brings attention back to your own blog. And of course, giving is more than you expect to gain, because altruism always wins in the end. And of course, by doing this, are you actually creating a blogging community? Are you creating a set of friends, a set of followers, a set of niche writers, and sort of really excellent readers that you can to and fro your ideas to the blogs, to each other, and then understand and learn and help each other? How easy is it for your readers to actually use your blog? Now, that also depends on the way you've laid it out and the design, and how easy it is to get them to come along and actually use your blog. How easy is it for your readers to recognise exactly what your blog is about, what you're talking about? Is it the correct kind of posts that they want to read and understand and comment on? Do you actually have conveyed the right message to them so that they haven't wasted their time? What are your readers supposed to do on your blog? Are they up there to read it? Can they navigate to other pages? Can they sign up to your newsletter? Can they find other posts to read? Can they comment on it? Can they share your blog onto social media? There's lots of different things for them to do rather than just read and go away. How easy is it for them to find you on social media? Are there particular buttons they can press to find you on social media and follow you there? And is it easy for them to share your posts on social media for you to gain a bigger audience? Is it easy for your readers to make contact with you, find a telephone number to call you with, an email to email you a question or whatever? And have you a subscription system on your blog so that people can then follow you on a regular basis whenever you publish a new post? And again, think, what reason do you have for your readers to keep coming back to read your posts? Not only has it got to be absolutely fabulous writing, but there must be a good quality reason for them to want to come back on a regular basis to read what you write. Now, that's a very quick whistle-top tour of what beginner bloggers need to understand. It's a massive amount, I know that, but don't forget, go through it bit by bit and just implement a bit at a time, and then you won't need to worry about doing too much. So I hope it wasn't too fast, too rushed, because there is, and put it this way, if you can get most of this stuff under your belt, then your blog is going to be absolutely superb and everybody will love to read it, and so will I. So let me know and then I can go and read it too. Until next time, bye.